to a rip-roaring high degree. I terribly did have to pee, so I pulled out my drowning cock, but soon received an awful shock. In shrubs and trees all around, hundreds of eyes on me I found. A clear as crystal voice cried out, "You need to stop what you're about. You trespass upon sacred land, burial ground to royal clan." Gone was the sound of silence. Pissing, here's a mighty sin. You must stop now. Do not begin. Pronouncement I did long to heed, but my bladder had dire need. Tried to pinch off my flowing stream, but for relief my wee-wee screamed. My splashing broke the silence. I did release a tiny drop, perhaps small stream, but could not stop. To my surprise and great shock, committed offense with my cock. By multitude I'm now despised. Death threats, war whoops, feared soon I'd die. They had great numbers and higher ground. In seconds flat was roped and bound. Wish I'd not pissed on his highness. From sacred ground I did perceive intense hatred, temerity. Hog-tied and carried on a staff, I wet myself, and they just laughed. Soon a whetstone, it was glistening, scrape of metal, dreaded listening. And soon my wet pants were drawn down, prayed for my prick, hoped they just clowned. Tried to think of way out of there, hard to stay calm when one's half bare. Could barely hold my crying. Dire sentence from tribal shaman. Time to be circumcised again. Lopectomy he had in store. Great offense gods could not ignore. I cried aloud from dire need. Almighty leader, hear my plea. Meant no offense to you and yours. Am a stranger on foreign shores. Religion rules, not science. Sorry I committed great sin. Why the bris, I've lost my foreskin. Surely something else we can do than take from me my favorite tool. With his deep eyes into me bore. Look he gave, did not reassure. He raised the knife into the sky. With menace sneered, said my goodbyes. I'd really hoped he'd buy it. Fool, said he, we will not cut. But who are you to run amok? Leave our land while you have a chance. Nope, just stop right there, leave your pants. From hatred and theocracy, I quickly ran away toot sweet. When I returned to hotel room, my wife just laughed at tale of gloom, completely void of alliance. She said to me, I told you so, guilelessly ventured to unknown. You are stranger in a strange land, like Michael Smith Valentine. Next time, he'd pragmatic advice. Don't go alone, not worth the price. No more venturing out for me. I'm as domestic as can be. If you doubt my sincerity, then you'd be right as you can be. Let's live our lives as giants.